Hello and welcome back to another MXZ Talks video. I wanted to do something a little bit different today because I feel like all of my videos on this channel have just been me complaining or moaning or just getting stuff off my chest, and the original concept for this channel was almost to have it as like a therapy space where you guys could ask questions and I could try and answer them, and it kind of just became more of like a place for me to moan. So I wanted to take it back to that. I kind of want this channel to be like a place where I can talk to you guys and I can get to know you all and hopefully help or give some advice, because I just like this old style of content from YouTube, and I think Q&As are a little bit dead in terms of like IRL Q&As, but in terms of doing it like this, I think this is going to be quite a fun little thing. So I asked on my Instagram story for some questions. I'm not going to answer all of them because there are quite a lot, but I'll try to pick out a few. And if you have any questions for future videos, then feel free to comment them down below, or I'll probably do another Instagram story for the next time I want to do one of these videos. So the first question is from Gubbins007, who says, why haven't you got a vlogs channel? And I've always loved vlogging, to be fair. If you go back to my old channel that I started on, MXZ634 Gaming, anytime I went on family holidays, or I used to do like weekly vlogs instead of daily vlogs. But as I've gotten older, it's sort of just become a thing of like, most of my days are filled with work. YouTube is not my full-time job, and so most of it is just me sat at my computer working. And even when I'm not, it's doing YouTube work and things like that. Some of you might have seen that a couple weeks ago I did do a vlog, and I put it on the walking channel, but I've unlisted it now because I sort of felt like it didn't really look or fit right on that channel. And that was just a sort of day in the life, and I did enjoy filming it, but at the same time it's this whole balance of, throughout my day I was then just constantly thinking, oh, I should be filming this, oh, I should get my phone out, which I don't love doing because I quite like to sometimes sit and live in the moment. The walking channel, which has now been changed from Isaac Rose Walks to Isaac Rose Outdoors, is probably the closest I'll get to a vlogging channel. But for the most part, I quite like doing TikTok vlogs where it's just little short snappy bits of me and the boys doing random things. So yeah, that's kind of answered the question, I guess. The question I get asked a lot is this one. Elliot Green 1006 says, do you make enough money to live from YouTube? And no, I don't. I have a full-time job outside of content creation, which I feel like not necessarily surprises a lot of people, but a lot of people, when they see sort of my follower account or subscriber count on YouTube, they're like, oh, why would you not? And for me, it's a bit of an anxious thing whereby, say TikTok got shut down for whatever reason, or they just decided to stop paying creators, which is not unlikely with a platform like TikTok, I would then struggle to live. It's okay, in my opinion, when you're one of these huge content creators where a bad month is still like a great payday. You've got all these different avenues. You've got an audience behind you as well, whereby if one app closes down, they will move to another or something like that. And I just feel like, for safety and security reasons, I do still enjoy having a full-time job. I'm in a blessed position where I'm in a full-time job that I do enjoy, so there's not really any rush for me to get out of it. Whereas I feel if I was in a crappy job that I just hated doing every day, I probably would have just made the jump and risked it, because there's no sort of reward for staying at the job. Whereas I do enjoy my job, and I do think in the coming years we'll see a trend of more people just doing content as a part-time thing. I think back in the day, people used to just jump at it and jump at the opportunity, but over time we've seen a lot of people fizzle out of it or grow to not enjoy it, or it's just such an unpredictable thing. You're essentially betting your whole like monthly earnings on algorithms that you can't control. And so I don't know, I feel like at the minute I love it. It's a beautiful little hobby that I do on the side, and it allows me to express myself creatively and make people laugh and have all these cool moments. And I'm not going to pretend like I don't make some money from it, because I do. And that extra money allows me to do things like I've just renovated my first house. I bought a house as well, and I can treat people in my life. I can buy furniture or go out for a meal and pay for the meal, and it just allows me to do all these different types of things that I'm really grateful for. So at the minute, it's not a full-time job. I would absolutely love it to be my full-time job, but yeah. One sort of common theme across the questions that were asked is sort of about leaving school or coming to the end of a certain section of your life. So Jay Herring said, any idea on what I should do with my gap year? Haley Elizabeth said, I'm in my final year of high school and I have no idea what to do. Uni, gap year, things like that. Jack Fitz says, can you give me some advice to help me with my next steps to university? So I feel like it's a common theme, and it is that sort of time of year where you might be coming to the end of your GCSEs, your A-levels, your university degree, whatever that might be. You're coming towards the next step in life, and I feel like it is quite a daunting thing with school. I struggled for a long time about what to do after sixth form, because I didn't know what job I wanted to go into. I didn't know what I wanted to do, whether it be uni or jumping straight into a job. And for the right reasons or not, I decided to go to university and I did film production. Why did I do film production? Initially, I was going to go do graphics design, but I went and did a work experience week and just hated it. It was just lifeless. It was just creating graphics for chip shops, and I just thought, this is not what I want to do. So I decided to switch up and do a film production course, and to be honest, it kind of has helped me get my job. I know a lot of people don't typically get jobs relating to their university degree and say it's pointless or whatever, but for me, if you don't know what you want to do, firstly, a gap year is great. Like, if you utilize it right, a gap year can be brilliant. Maybe go and get a part-time job or even a full-time job at just a random place. Get a little bit of money behind you. Maybe go travel. Spend some time figuring out what you enjoy, what you like doing outside of school, and really just enjoy life. And I think as well, see where you find yourself, because you might find yourself enjoying that job. You might do a certain job as a part-time role and think, actually, that's what I thought I wanted to do, but I don't want to do it. In my opinion, gap years are brilliant, because it's like how I wanted to go do graphics design. If I'd have took a gap year and done a part-time job at a graphics design place because I thought I wanted to do that, and realised, oh, actually, this is not what I want to do, then it would have allowed me to figure out what I wanted to do for the rest of the year, and then maybe look at going to university the year after to do something else. On the other hand, I also think if you don't know what you want to do and you're not entirely clear, then going to university, in my opinion, is a great option. Now, I know a lot of people frown upon university when you don't know what you're doing and say you're spending all that money just to do a course that you might not even follow through on. But I think university gives you the time to figure out what you want to do, what you enjoy doing. You find new friends, you have conversations about your career, and you have 3 years to really just figure out what it is that you enjoy doing and what you want to go into and what you want to aim for at the end of it. Like, I went into a film production course. I didn't necessarily... I went into a film course because I enjoyed films. I liked creating content online. I liked filming stuff. I've always loved that side of things. And so I thought, I'll go do that. I had no real clear plan of I want to be an editor or I want to be a producer, a scriptwriter, a director, whatever that is. I just went and did it and thought, I'll figure it out. Because even throughout the course, people were like always asking, what is that sort of part that you want to go into? What do you like doing? And I never really knew, to be honest. I always just said I enjoy the editing, but I also like directing. I enjoy script writing. So I just think university gives you that place to figure things out, and also gives you time to just enjoy your youth. I think if you don't know what you want to do and you feel pressured to just not go to university and just get a job, you might end up just getting stuck in a job that you hate, and then you might sort of get into the comfortable routine of it and then not want to leave and then not know how to leave or get out of it. And that's just not, in my opinion, the best route. So that would be my advice. And I know, like I say, university does come with the debt, but realistically, it is such a small percentage of your paycheck when you do finally get a job that you honestly just won't even really notice that it's going. It's as much as a phone bill. So please don't listen to people who say don't. Like, I think the most people who talk about university just being a source of debt are people who didn't go to university. I know a lot of people as well who think it might affect their credit score or affect how they're looked at when they're going for a mortgage, but it doesn't. It is not viewed as an actual debt. It is just a debt, and most people have it. So, and I think when you get to like 45 or 50 or something, it disappears anyway. So the likelihood is you probably won't even pay it off anyway. So don't look at the money side of things. If you don't want to move out, just go to a university near your house, or go to one far away and figure yourself out in a town that you don't know, because that is a really good viable option as well. So that's my personal opinion on things. I don't think you should just jump into a job for the sake of it. I think a gap year or university to really just figure out what you enjoy, and don't rush things. Don't rush into any line of work or anything. Just take your time. You've literally got no rush. It's not a competition. You might have friends who are going into high paying jobs straight away. You might have people who are in their dream job already, or anything like that. But just ignore all the noise and just focus on what you want to do, and focus on your own beliefs and what you think is right for you. That is the best way I can honestly say it. Rosen.jpg says, would you ever do a walking video in another country like Ireland or something? And yeah, honestly, I would absolutely love to take the walking channel Isaac Rose Outdoors to other countries, because I love and adore this country, and I think I've got so much to explore in this country. I've never gone up to, I know it's technically a different country, but I've never gone up to Scotland, or I've been around Wales, but I've not dived deep into it. And even the Peak District, I've barely scratched the surface of that. So there's a lot of places in this country that I'd like to explore, but yeah, there's so many other places in the world. And while I don't necessarily want to go travelling for 6 months, backpacking and roughing it everywhere, it would be so cool to just like take a weekend to go to a different country and explore it through the walking channel, and explore doing walks and things like that. I think that is such a dream. I've said it a few times on the walking channel, but I love and adore the gaming stuff, but nothing compares for me to being outside and just being with nature and walking and exploring these places and just looking at the beauty of this world. So if I can do that more and in other places, then 100%. So you'll have to let me know if you have any recommendations of places to walk. Like, I know you said in Ireland, so if you know any places in Ireland that you think I should go to, let me know, because I'd really be interested to check some places out. So yeah, that is the first ever Q&A. I might do this almost like, maybe even weekly. I really do enjoy this. It allows me to connect to you lot. So if you have any comments, whether it be relationships, friends, life advice that you need or want, it can be really specific. Like, it doesn't even have to be questions about me or my YouTube stuff or anything like that. If you've got any queries or anything like that, just comment them down below. I'll try and answer them the best I can. I know I'm not like a expert on anything, but sometimes just hearing other people talk through your queries and things like that really can help. So hopefully this does help you. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time on MXZ Talks.